All right, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect and teachers word in our true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to get into a lesson on pretty much we're in a time where the so-called white man is about to reveal his own self. Even though you had the prophets, starting the apostles and elders on down to expose this man and reveal who he is. It's gonna get to the point, those words are gonna come true. He's gonna reveal himself, man. You know, the horns of this devil it's gonna be clear. You know, it's gonna be made known and obvious. And the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's not just gonna be he's an enemy to everything and everyone, life and existence itself, man. You know? And all these laws and legislations that's being passed, the rhetoric, and just everything this man brings forth, it's death, man. And it's set up to wage war on you. But it's going to get to the point, these things going to actually come to play. It's going to actually come to life, and he's going to show himself. So, matter of fact, I start off with this. Ecclesiastes Sirach. No, let me start off with this. Sirach 14, verse 7. It said, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. See? And that's how a hunter do. He'll present some food out, anything to lure you in. It's not out of the kindness of his heart, cause you hungry, or concerning these stimulus checks or those incentives that this man presented to get you to roll your sleeves up. It was unwillingly, meaning it wasn't sincere. It was a sinister plan behind it. It says, and at the last, he will declare his wickedness. See, he's going to declare it. It's going to be made public that this nigga is the wicked, the devil, man. When martial law is declared, when that money crash, when that power goes out, that food shortage fully manifests, you're going to see, man, this nigga is the wicked. And it's playing out now by the way of, if you don't get that thing, you can't get a job. You don't get that thing, you can't eat. You can't, pretty much this man is rubbing you out of this system. And that line is being drawn in the sand, either, you with him or against him, man. And that's ultimately, that's how by Shmal Shai setting forth that ultimatum, man. But as you can see, it said at the last he would declare his wickedness, so meaning what is going to be made known that's the nigga the scripture's been talking about the whole time. That old serpent, the devil and Satan himself, man. When these things fully manifest. So let's go down to Sirach 12 and 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, see? But in his heart, he imagine of how to throw thee into a pit. Yeah, this nigga buying, talking about he gonna, he was talking about the inflation and the rises of different prices. Then the same brother, this nigga said, yeah, he's gonna promise to save Christmas though. But that's all an effort to keep the people in derision, to keep them in that pit. It says he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And this is the opportunity. With this pandemic. See, this nigga can't drop the ball with this. Because this just go away, then the people is not going to, he already getting resistance now from what he pulled out the oven. So this is the opportunity that he have to take, man. It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him now first. Why? Because he's the one that brought it forth, man. And that's the point. This nigga is the devil. You can't trust this, man. Just his appearance itself, which, not all so-called white people are Edomites, but just the general appearance of an Edomite, they're red, which means caution. Take heed. Oh, it actually tell you that We jump up to verse 10, it tells you to take heed and beware of him. This nigga read, man. You know? But like I said, if that verse will come upon you, thou shalt find him there first. Why? Because he the one that brought it forth. It says, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. Yeah, because he's going to come with a solution that's going to benefit him more than you. So you will be in a better situation. You in a worse situation when the so-called white man helped you than you was without his help, man. And people going to find that out the hard way. Such as you have videos, articles of people, getting a jab and what happened? They got help from Esau. Now they kick the bucket, man. And that's just scratching the surface. You let this nigga in on, you ask for his help, guess what? You're going to die at the end of the day. It says he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much concerning those secret counsels and change his countenance, see? So it's ultimately, this man is going to show himself to be the devil, man, at the end of the day. And so we're in a time where the so-called white man is being revealed, and ultimately he's going to show himself, man. He's going to ultimately show himself that he is the devil. Matter of fact, let's get some Revelations 12. And 12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. See? For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. See, so ultimately, this devil is going to show forth his wrath, man. It says, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. See, so this man is going to he's going to go away scratching and clawing, man. But everybody going to feel the brunt of this man in his desperation, man. You can only play it cool for so long. You can only play it out for so long. That's what we just read. At the end, he's going to declare his wickedness. So yeah, you don't think the so-called white man is the devil? Just wait. Just wait. Because ultimately, these laws, these legislations that this man have been passing, ultimately is going to be in your face by the way of military knocking at your door with a needle in their hand. You thought when you hear the word jab, that V word concerning anything with health or science, guess what? In the time to come, it's going to be a motherfucker in an army fatigue that's going to be distributing, those things, man. And how much that thing, So let's see if I can find this real quick. This Psalm 59 and 7. Behold, see, meaning to look and see. They belch out with their mouth. Swords are in their lips, see, and pretty much going into their laws, their legislations, and their rhetoric, man, what they put forth on the media. That's why I said, behold, all the way down to an article. Because you could actually see this man speaking violence, talking about waging war on the people, concerning domestic terrorism, and they actually waging war on the people. That's why I continue on. It says, for who say they doth hear? See, so pretty much this devil be that's why I say he undermines the people. He be clearly talking over their head. He telling he gonna kill them in a subtle way. He telling he's gonna starve them out by saying, if you don't get the jab, you can't go to the grocery store. That just means this man said you can't eat now. You can't have you don't have a job without that thing. You can't provide for yourself. You can't, It says, but thou, O Lord, shall laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathen in derision. See, because ultimately, this man is going to pretty much, he's ultimately going to spiral out of control And he's going to end up destroying himself, man. At the end of the day, by the way, World War III. You know, but this man, the so-called white man, is now being known to be the devil. Matter of fact, we get that in Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2, and I started at 6. It said, and now you know that, what withholded that he might be revealed in his time, and this is the time. Like I said, we telling you who this man is. This is the revelation of Cain, the murderer. We point out this is the guy. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So yeah, this man was able, the Lord allowed this man to run his course. All the way back from the Greeks to the Romans, all the way up to the day, man. That's why I said until. That's why it's not a mystery to know who is the source of the wickedness. It's the so-called white man. It's this nigga. You wonder why you have all these transgenders and everything, all the way down to the children, they transgender now. Who's the source of that? That wasn't in the time of the Medes. That didn't happen under these other kingdoms, except for the so-called white man. All this madness, It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. See, because guess what? Ultimately, we through the spirit we're showing you this man is a devil, and then we telling you why he's a devil, because of the things he's about to do, and it's like what he have done, is doing, and about to do. He's about to show himself to the fullest extent, because motherfucker might say, yeah, okay, yeah, he was the devil back in 1950, but now he's not. Well, you're gonna have to find out the hard way. This that same nigga, man. It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. See, so this word is what's devouring this man, and that what's making him move. This is what's gonna cause him to do crazy shit. This word. And that was, and ultimately, once he's been revealed, once he's been found out, the Lord is going to come and destroy him, man. But who is that him? It says even him. See, it's a specific nation, man. They ain't just talking about just some random guy. Just some guy in a 3-piece suit. Whatever. No, it's an actual nation of people, man. Starting with these elites. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And that's talking about the so-called white man. Because everything this man, his working, everything his do is contrary, is adverse to everything that Yahweh Shema Shai had put forth, man. So this that nigga, that's the devil, man. The so-called white man. And ultimately, his form is about to change. He's about to show himself to be the devil. It's going to show that he was under duress. Because that's what it's about. Because he's a wounded animal that's being backed into a corner. So what's ultimately going to happen? Them fangs going to come. Them claws is about to show forth. Nigga might, how them cats, they hunch they back. So we about to see how desperate this man is when everything is said and done. And the part that what fueling that resistance, of that thing, all this information that's coming forth, this is what's gonna cause this man to change and show himself. So let's get this. This is the book of Daniel 3, and I start at verse 19. And this is after pretty much the 3 holy children rejected, to bow down to the image. They resisted And ultimately, Nebuchadnezzar presented them like, okay, if you don't do this, we're gonna kill you. And what they said, okay, cool, just be known that we will not serve thy gods. So I'm gonna start at verse 19. It reads, then Nebuchadnezzar, full of fury. See why? Because his plan ain't going through. He presented them with death, and they still didn't bow. So this caused this man to be enraged. It says, and the form of his visage was changed. See, his countenance changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. See, and that's what these laws are set up for, to be against us, man. Really, to start with the ones that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. You read that in Revelation 12 and 17, who the dragon is going to really come after. Who these laws and legislation are really for. Who these YouTube guidelines are really for. It's really for the one that had a testimony of Yahweh Shai. So it says, in the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it want to be heated. And that's also for the one that had a testimony of Yahweh Shai. This man is not going to come after the hopeful elect of the nation Israel, how he's going to come after the regular people, man. See, it's going to be a special force that's going to come after, the elect, man. Just a regular nigga, he just going to probably send a National Guard, and it might be a order just to lay the whole project down. But if he find out the elect, that ain't no telling who he's going to send or what he's going to send to, you know what I mean? But the point is that this man is about to show himself, man. Just the resistance he's getting, nothing's really coming through for him. So ultimately, he's got to show himself to be the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.